They called him Uncle Micheal, the smiling uncle, the generous one, the man who never forgot birthdays or family events. To everyone around, he was the perfect brother and doting uncle. He laughed with the children, paid school fees when times were hard, and even helped fix the leaking roof of his brother's house. But behind the kindness lived a bitterness so dark it festered in silence. It all started after their father, Pa Akintola, died and left his most valuable possession, a large piece of fertile land in the village, to both sons. It was an inheritance of legacy, meant to bring unity, but for Uncle Micheal, it became a symbol of rivalry. He believed that the land should have been his alone. "I stayed back to take care of Papa," he would often say. "I deserve more than just half." But his brother Samuel never argued. He was a man of peace. "What belonged to both of us will bless us both," he would smile. Still, bitterness grew, and when Samuel built a poultry farm on his side of the land and business began to bloom, Micheal envy turned into quiet rage. Yet he kept smiling. He still came by on Sunday with bread and soft drink for the children. He would carry little Amaka on his back, play football with Chidera, and teach Junior how to fix a radio. They loved him, but the love was a max. What the children didn't know was that Uncle Micheal had already begun to visit native doctor at night. He had poured strange powders around Samuel's farm, whispered curses into the wind, and buried bottles behind the fence line. When the birds began to die mysteriously, Samuel wept, but still did not accuse his brother. "It's a test," he told his wife. "God is watching." But that didn't satisfy Micheal. He wanted more. He wanted everything. So, on a cool Wednesday morning, he brought soup, bitter leaf, Samuel's favorite. He smiled as he served it, pretending to be the brother who still remembered what his sibling loved most. Samuel, tired and hungry from working on the field, took the first spoon, but just before he swallowed, little Amaka, only 7 years old, screamed, "Daddy, don't eat it!" Everyone turned. She was shaking, tears falling down her cheeks. "I saw it in my dream last night. I saw Uncle Micheal give you soup and you died. I saw you fall down." The house fell silent. Micheal froze. His hand trembled. Samuel dropped the spoon. "Brother, is this true?" he asked gently, heart pounding. Micheal's smile cracked. "Why would I poison you, eh? Me, your blood." But something felt wrong. Samuel stood, walked to the window, and called out to his neighbor, a local pharmacist and chemist. He asked him to test the soup quietly. That evening, the result returned. It was poison, rat poison, mixed expertly, enough to kill a man with just 3 spoonfuls. Micheal was silent, his face pale. Samuel didn't speak. He didn't scream or curse. He simply knelt beside the bowl of untouched soup, lifted his eyes to heaven and cried. "I never wronged you," he whispered. "Why?" The silence broke something in Micheal. He fell to his knees, sobbing uncontrollably. "I was jealous," he shouted. "I felt forgotten. You were always the favored son. Even in death, Papa gave you more. I hated it. I hated you. But I never stopped pretending to love you. I even loved your children, but I hated your peace." Samuel shook his head. "You never lost anything. We could have built together, but you let envy turn love into poison." The children were crying. Their beloved uncle, the man who used to braid Amaka's hair and fix Junior's bicycle, had become a stranger. Micheal was arrested, but even in jail, he wrote letters every week. Letters of regret, letters of sorrow. He begged for forgiveness, not freedom. He said he'd rather rot in prison than carry the guilt on his shoulder anymore. Samuel, after months of silence, visited him. He stood across the thick glass, looking at his brother, who once shared his childhood, his dreams, and now his deepest betrayer. "I forgive you," Samuel said. Michael wept again. "But I will never forget," Samuel added, "because your smile almost destroyed my family." The land remained untouched for years. Samuel never went back to farming. Instead, he built a small memorial garden on the land, a quiet place filled with trees and scriptures about peace, brotherhood, and forgiveness. And every time the children asked why Uncle Michael never came around anymore, he would hold them close and say, "Because love that is true never hides evil. And no matter how long a lie pretends to be good, the truth will speak one day." The moral lesson for this story is that no matter how long evil hides behind a smile, truth will expose it, and justice will find its voice. This is the end of this story. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up and share with your friend. Subscribe and hit the bell for updates. Let us know where you are watching us from in the comments.